stuff. New York City, we have arrived, and yeah, what a day. You know what? Flying from the UK to New York, you pretty much lose the whole day. Even though it's only about 7 hours of flying. By the time you've been through passport control, I was there for about an hour and a half now. And it just takes ages, the whole process. But anyways, we're here safe and sound, and you know what, because I'm not giving this marathon an absolute full send, perfectly fine sort of flying in on the Friday if the race is on the Sunday. But had I been given this marathon a full send, then I probably would have come on like the Wednesday or Thursday, just so that you can knock off the jet lag and get settled. So yeah, busy day in store tomorrow. Obviously, generally before an all-out marathon, you don't want to plan too much the day before, but because, like I said, I'm not doing this all out, I'm embracing this weekend sort of in and out, and it's a jam-packed one, so I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I've got the shakeouts in the morning that I'm hosting in Central Park. I want to try and sneak a lap in of Central Park before. Hopefully I will. I'm sure I'll get up in time, and then after that I'm going through to an event, and then from there I'm going to the Expo to collect my number, and then I'm actually doing a panel talk with Science and Sports at the Expo, and then it's going to be late afternoon time already. So yeah, tomorrow's going to fly by, and then Sunday it's the sub 2:45 train. So yeah, can't wait. We're here safe and sound, and yeah, I can just feel the buzz of New York already. Let's go. Okay, the day before New York Marathon, 1K full send in Central Park. Let's see if we can get these legs going again. Goal time, sub 3-minute kilometer. Let's go. Thank you. 2:48. Wow, what a place to run. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, Mohammed.
Let's go, Drew, let's go. Go get him, David.
Woo! Well done, guys. Woo! Almost there, almost there. Saturday shakeout in Central Park. With a couple of the locals, yeah. And the speedsters. Breaking the wind for us. Shakeout run, done. Next run, New York Marathon 2024. Let's go. Oh, nice. Move more than human. Very cool.
Packs and packs of people helping each other out. And look, if you're going for a long run, get some snacks on the way and some water. That's a heck of a day.
So first of all, second at the Olympics is incredible. Well done. I'm sure you've played the scenario out a million times in your head. But if you could go back in time, is there anything you would have done differently in that race?
I think that's why I am okay with the result, is because there's nothing I would change. You know, I ran a second and a half personal best, the best 15-meter race I've ever together in my career, and I got beat by 0.2 or 0.1 something of a second. And you know, for me, I told myself, it sucks because I said that beforehand. I was like, if I run a perfect race, you cannot be disappointed. And then I was disappointed, and everyone was like, you can't be, you know, you said you couldn't. So I was like, oh well, that's fair. So I had to learn a little bit from my previous self, and I think it's one of those things, just you know, there's controllables and there's uncontrollables, and that was in my uncontrollable. I can't affect how anyone else runs, but I can affect how I ran, and I was really proud of the way I did it. And training was perfect going in, and you know, we had a great build. I have a great team of people around me, and you know, I worked with some amazing people. So yeah, I'm not too disappointed, but it's, you know, I have a bronze and a silver now, and, you know, 4 more years.
Too much. 2426 for the win. What's up? 245.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you guys. Cheers.
So lay out your gels and bring one extra. I always recommend having one extra, especially for New York City Marathon, because the wait before is so long.
Nick, do you follow the same nutrition plan for each marathon, or is it going to change tomorrow for the TCS and New York City Marathon?
So yeah, you know what? I think when I'm doing an absolute full send, potentially it changes slightly. Tomorrow I'm not going all out, so I'm going to run sub 245 to help as many people break 245 as possible. But to be honest, my fueling strategy tomorrow is not going to differ too much to the past. I think at Berlin that I did 5 weeks ago, I was lucky enough to have drink mix en route at a drink station every 5Ks, which helps a lot. But at the same time, I'm excited that I don't have that tomorrow because 99.9% of people don't. So what I always try and do is not get all my fuel in via gels because it's a great source of fueling, but too many gels can curdle in the stomach. So I'll try and get sort of a third. So a third solid, I'll have beta fuel chews right at the start. And then from there, I've got 3 beta fuel gels. Remember, the beta fuel gels have 40 grams of carbs in, whereas the isotonic gels over here have 22 grams of carbs. So you're getting a lot more grams of carbs. And if Amy recommends sort of between 30 to 60, then one of these an hour should be sufficient. So remember, when it comes to fueling and marathon, it goes hand in hand, and we need to fuel regularly throughout. And your body can be taught to absorb and sort of burn more carbs. Just as you get fitter, you can teach your body to do that when it comes to fueling as well. So I'll probably have 3 beta fuel gels, which is 40, 80, 120, plus beta fuel chews, which is 45. So that takes us close to 200. Plus I'll have a beta fuel drink mix. So probably around 250 grams of carbs for 2 hours and 45 minutes of running. So very close to 100 grams an hour. And yeah, it's just, you know, good to fuel regularly and throughout. And, you know, for those, I'm sure you've got your fueling strategy going tomorrow, but remember, there is Science and Sport gels at mile 12 and mile 18 as well. So I think use those as almost like a bonus. Don't bank on it. But if you manage to get gels in there, amazing. And like Amy said, you don't want to wait until you've hit a wall. You want to sort of give yourself regular, I think of it as like lighting a match throughout, rather than trying to burn all your matches too fast in the beginning.
I love that, and it sounds like math is not going to be a problem for you tomorrow, because that was a lot of numbers thrown out there just then.
Like we kind of keep all referring back to is to do, well, stick to the plan we have in mind, and also necessarily we don't want to introduce anything new on the race day, doing all the different gels and the different, doing even the isotonic versus the beta fuel gels, and obviously all the different brands. Like, things are going to agree with different people, and so it's really important that we don't introduce something new because you don't want to find that it's sending you to the toilet or having problems the other way as well. So with that in mind, stick to what you've practiced.
Amazing. Good luck, everyone. Sounds like the race is happening outside already.
Good luck, everyone. Thanks for having us.
Okay, so I've got the carbs in and yeah, ready to go to bed, but I wanted to say a final few words before I embrace New York Marathon tomorrow. So yeah, what a day. I must say, it's like my 2 nights away from my kids, but I was up at 3:30 this morning because the jet lag is real, and when your body's on UK time zones in the US, that's what tends to happen. So I was trying to not look at my watch, trying to just, you know, roll over, force myself to sleep more, but I couldn't, one, because of the jet lag, and two, because I'm excited as well. You know, even when I'm not giving a marathon an absolute full send, that marathon buzz is still there. You know, I know there's going to be 1 million spectators en route, and it just gets your adrenaline and your buzz going. So yeah, you know what, today was an incredible day, just to sort of see what the Central Park vibes were about, the running community is all about, and I'm just so grateful for, I suppose, you know, running coming into my life 11 years ago. So I think tomorrow for me is twofold. One, it's to help as many people get under sub 245 as possible. Like, I'm super competitive, don't get me wrong, I always want to try and improve and improve and improve, and it just brings out the best in me. But at the same time, like, life is far too short to just full send it every single race, and as much satisfaction as I get from, you know, hitting higher heights and breaking 220 and so on and so forth, I get just as much satisfaction as helping others achieve their goals, because I know how much work goes into it. So I've been paced in marathons in the past, and it's just so much easier when someone's in front of you. You know, they obviously shelter a little bit, but the biggest thing is that you can just switch your mind off a little bit. You don't have to focus on splits. You can just follow the person in front of you. So my job tomorrow is to bring as many runners targeting sub 225 as possible, targeting sub 245 as possible home. And do you know what? Like, it's tomorrow's a victory lap. It's been 5 weeks since Berlin, and tomorrow's just a victory lap to celebrate that. And not just to celebrate that, but when I first started running 11 years ago, I was a 3:17 marathoner, and that was the fastest I could possibly go. So yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow a sub 245 is going to be, you know, relatively comfortable-ish. And it's just, in running, you go through so many challenging and lonely and hard-working times that when you build into a position to be able to sort of, you know, embrace a marathon like this, and you're not going to be hurting the whole way around, you've just got to enjoy it. So yeah, all that's left to do is wake up super early, catch the ferry. It's an absolute mission, but I can't wait to cross all the bridges. And you know what, I've heard New York Marathon is the most iconic of all 6 marathon majors, so I can't wait to bring it to you. You know what, let's get the crowds going. I think spectators, it's harder spectating than it is running. I've been in both positions before, and there's 1 million spectators. And yeah, I think I'm going to spend a lot of energy, you know, just acknowledging them, getting them going, and trying to get the people through. And then to just quickly touch base on my fueling for tomorrow. So my strategy is not changing too much. I'm going to have a beta fuel drink mix on the way to the start. That's 80 grams of carbs. Remember, for this race, I don't have an elite entry, so I don't have drinks tables en route, which is great. I'm going to be running with the gel belt. Then at the start, I'm going to have a beta fuel chew 45 grams of carbs over here. Just because I don't like having too many gels, it can mess up the stomach. And then I'll have a gel at probably the 10k mark, the 20k mark, and around the 30k mark, maybe 11, 22, 33. So 40, 80, 120 beta fuel gels over here. And then right at the start as well, I'll have a shot of ketone IQ, just to stay fresh and get the brain sharp. Remember, my ferry is at 6, my race starts at 9:10, so that's 3 hours and 10 minutes before. I'm planning to run for sub 245, so we're going to be in that transition period and waiting around for longer than the actual marathon itself. So yeah, I'll probably take a few extra slices of peanut butter and yummy bread with a bit of honey, so I can snack away and stay warm. So can't wait. Let's go see what this is all about. The journey continues. Let's go.